Welcome to Crappens. Don't wait a week for a new video. Join our Patreon at the Crappens On Demand level for instant recap access. Link in description. Enjoy the show.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Welcome to Watch What Crappens, the podcast for all the crap we love to discuss on Yo Brovs. I'm Ronnie. Over there is a man. He's handsome. He's hot. No one ever calls him a snot. It's Ben Mandelker. Hello, Banooni.
Hi, Ronnie. How's it going?
Good. Welcome to the house you've built. How are things over there today?
Things are quite good over here. It's a little warm here in Los Angeles, so I'm enjoying our warm December day. How are things going with you?
So good. I'm having an HGTV day over here. I've got a crew in the back doing the deck. So I'm going to do my own little mini HGTV show on a deck. I'm going to call it my big gay deck. Something, and I'm going to go out there and shoot them do it. They're so cute, and they're all doing such a good job. I can't wait to show you. And so that's been fun. And then that's it. Otherwise, just keeping up with these Housewives. Girl, these shows are so funny. Beverly Hills was so funny last night. I was dying laughing at this show. So good. Really well done. Beverly Hills has been good. It's been fine this season. It's always good. I like this show. Well, it's not always good, let's face it. But it's been pretty good. But last night, it was like, oh, this show still got it. It was really good last night.
Yeah, well, the way that I make sure that I enjoy it even more is that I watch New York first. And then that really makes Beverly Hills sing. Because after you get through New York... Yeah, when you get through New York and then you can get to Beverly Hills, it's like, oh yes, thank God.
Oh yeah, I watched Real Housewives of New York, and then I watched Dune Prophecy, and I was like, oh my God, Dune Prophecy is hilarious. They've got a real sense of humor after fucking New York.
We'll get to New York later.
We'll get to all of this in just a moment. But first, go get your Mounting Hysteria tour tickets over at watchwhatcrappens.com. That's our 2025 tour, and it starts next month. I mean, it's starting right away. We really waited till the last second to go on sale, and there you are. So go buy gifts for your people. Most of the links are up. We're still waiting on a couple: Texas, Charlotte, and possibly Vegas soon. Those should be up. Not Vegas, but the other ones should be up by next week for sure. End of the week this week, supposedly. End of the beginning of the week next week for sure. Just keep checking back at watchwhatcrappens.com if you are looking for those, and to find the links and all that stuff is pretty easy. Also, go to patreon.com/watchwhatcrappens to watch our videos. This is an on-demand Patreon video, Crappens On Demand. Hi there, everybody. You can watch these for free if you want to over on our YouTube page, but they're a week after we post on Patreon. Also, we do bonus episodes. Currently, we're doing Sold on SLC recaps as our bonuses. That is a really fun show too. So join us over there for that. Next week is Christmas. We've got a big Christmas bonanza coming up with Reality Gaze. Super fun. We're going to be also re-releasing some Southern Hospitality episodes. We're gonna be rocking and rolling all Christmas. So stay with us then. And that is enough of my spiel, buddy.
I have something to add, which is that the Crappies are coming up, as you all know. They'll be happening on February 1st, which is about 6 weeks away. So it's time for us to start assembling our categories, et cetera, et cetera. So in the new year, there's going to be 2 rounds of voting. There will be ballots. But right now, we have to start assembling the ballots. It's time to start. So I believe on our social media, there is a story that's a question that's like, there may be a few questions that are asking you things like, who is your favorite, I think it was like, what is your favorite fight? What are your favorite moments? What are your favorite quotes? Things that are like a little harder for us to remember. It's easy for us to like go through the cast list and see who's new, who's a villain, etc. But sometimes the things like fights and moments and quotes, those can be really hard for us to remember. So we would love your help if you could go to those stories and type in your answers to those questions that come to your mind. If the stories are gone, then we'll find another space for you to submit that stuff. But yeah, we want to collect all that good stuff. So thanks for your help in advance.
Maybe we should pin like a nominations post, like, you know, we're going to leave this nominations post if you want to try and get something in there, and just have people post comments we can start going through. But anyway, just check over
That's a
there
great
on
idea.
the social, and we'll be doing that. Let's get to Beverly Hills, shall we? What a great day. This is called High Horses and Low Blows, which is, yay, great title. And it is Kyle's, just when you think Kyle might be getting an original personality, because now instead of stealing from, LVP, who's been gone forever, and she doesn't have any more pink swings to steal, now she is dating a country star. So, now maybe she'll just be her own person. No, now she's just stealing from the country star and LVP, because today's party has diamonds in the title, like diamonds and rosé. But this one's denim and diamonds, and there's even a miniature horse. So, LVP was sitting at home smoking a cigarette with a glass of wine going, "Oh, try harder, darling." And just coughed out the souls of all of the new young people that she's eating up for her new season of Vanderpump Rules.
Yes, and you can tell that Kyle really is mad at Dorit. All that talk about how Kyle and Dorit, like, they took the first step towards healing. They got a lot of stuff out. Their friendship is moving in the right direction. But is it really? Because what is the first thing that Kyle does is she invites Camille Grammer to a party because she knows that Camille Grammer will go after Dorit. So, there you go.
Kyle will always get over her hatred for somebody if she'll go for somebody else, I mean, Kyle classically brought on Brandy Glanville to go for Denise Richards that year. It was pretty Kyle. So, and, bless Camille. I mean, really, Camille, at the end of the day, you get nothing for nothing. Camille gives so much to TV. I mean, she really gives very little, but she tries so hard. And to those of us who are not always a success at everything we do, Camille is just out there. She's just still trying. And God bless her. I hope that everybody takes that as a, inspirational moment. Because if Camille can keep trying, we can too. Because Camille she bats and she fails. She goes up to bat. She strikes out every goddamn time she comes on here. And she just keeps going. She doesn't even care that she failed. She just gets up and keeps swinging a bat around in the air. It's like, are you trying to hit a ball or are you just trying to catch a bee? What are you trying to do? And she doesn't care. She'll just stay on the diamond,
But you know what, though? She does get under people's skin. And so she does what she sets out to do. Her purpose is to annoy other people. And she does that. I mean, I don't think on any Real Housewives show, any Bravo show, we have heard the C word uttered so many times in such a short amount of time. I mean, and who would have thought that would happen on Beverly Hills of all the franchises, the most polite of the franchises. So, Camille serves her purpose. She tries to say her part or say her piece. Maybe she's successful at that. Maybe she's not. But she does, at the very least, always get under somebody's skin. Whether it's Dorit, whether it's Rinna, whether it's Kyle at one point. God bless Camille Grammer.
She gets under your skin and then she's thrown out in the trash.
Yeah.
And
then
so,
we don't see her.
Listen,
again for
if
a
you
year.
keep failing, just don't keep trying. Just keep failing. Just be fine with failing like Camille. It's so fun for the rest of us. So we start at Garcelle's house, and Garcelle is now to the point where she's literally just doing soap opera scenes with herself. Especially on Days of Our Lives, they will give each other monologue. I mean, they'll give themselves a monologue if their kids left for college. Eileen Davidson will stand in that kitchen and talk to her damn self. Stefano Demira, I wonder if he's alive. I wonder if he'll be coming for me today. Is there cheese in my kitchen? God, I wish John Black would fuck me. R.I.P. John Black. They're not above a monologue, and neither is Garcelle. So Garcelle is sitting in her dining room looking at herself on the internet because she has just received a screener and she goes, "Oh my God, wow. The opening scene of my movie, executive producer, Garcelle Beauvais. Oh my God, I'm not getting teary-eyed about this. I'm not doing a monologue in my kitchen. I'm not. I refuse. I wonder how Stefano's doing. I wonder if John Black will fuck me. I wonder if there's Munster cheese in my fridge. Wow."
Yeah, I was really amused by Garcelle having this moment. First of all, this is a sequel. So are you still allowed to be like teary-eyed and like surprised to see your name as executive producer when you already produced part one?
Every day I go to iTunes and I cry when I see my name on a podcast. Girl, please. Yes, you're still allowed to. I'm like, look at me. I've made it.
She's like, "Oh, Mom, I wish you could see me now." So then we go to Dorit's house, and she's putting sunblock on Jagger, and he's like, "Oh, mommy, are those your glasses?" And she's like, "Yes, they are, baby. Come here." He's like, "Oh, those are really nice, mama. They say NBA on it." And she goes, "Well, they're Louis Vuitton. They're part of the NBA collection." I like that she gives she gives the specific details of where the sunglasses are from.
You gotta homeschool those kids.
Like she's on the red carpet.
That's what homeschooling is. Because aren't her kids? I think her kids are homeschooled. And so if that's true, that's what I read on Reddit, which makes it true. But if that is true, then this is an education. These are Dorit's children. That they learn the alphabet. You know what's in the alphabet for them? GG, CC. Wait, is it GG? Is Gucci? See, I'm not homeschooled. I'm not homeschooled by a rich. G.
YSL.
D is for diabetes, number 17.
LV and NBA. So it's a deconstructed alphabet. Now we go to Erika's house, and she's just like looking at renderings of what her house could look like if she had interior design. So she's like, "Oh yeah, these are the 3 designs I want to look at. Oh my God, look at these colors. Wow, fuck, look at those window treatments."
I don't want a design. I want a house. I want a house. It's funny, though, because when you really look at the pictures, she's looking at these designs that are all black and white stripes. And you know how close she was to coming to prison with all that shit that Tom had going on? It's just interesting that she's looking at like an old-timey prison outfit. She's like, "I'm totally over the trauma, everybody," which is why my whole house will be orange and black and white striped.
There'll be 1 part Ronald McDonald hair, 1 part Hamburglar. That's the design board, the inspiration board.
Well, that's for her hamburgers. She's got 1 Whataburger theme and then 1 Hamburglar theme.
Ooh, a cheeseburger from McDonald's sounds so good to me right now. I just had a bowl of oatmeal in an attempt to be healthy. I'm like, I'm going to be heart healthy today. I'm going to have some oatmeal. And the very first thing I do after I'm finished with my bowl of oatmeal is start craving a McDonald's cheeseburger. This is fucked up. It's not fair.
Oh, Leah Black came over last night because she's in town, and we were on the Jeff Lewis show together yesterday. So she came over to see the house, and she brought chocolates. God damn it. I've been like Pac-Manning those chocolates all day long. I'm just like, I don't need to eat that whole thing, so I just leave it on a counter. And then before you know it, there's a trail of chocolates half-eaten on counters, and they have been eaten. I went down the whole maze. I was like, oh, my God, I made it all the way to the banana level.
Yeah, chocolate does not last in near me for like any duration of time.
God,
yeah, it's so good.
So good. So Jennifer Tilly's, let's go over to the best scene of the day over at Jennifer Tilly's home. So she's talking to, I'm guessing her assistant, right? Jeff, her gay.
Yeah. Oh, my mouse stopped working.
Uh-oh.
Well, this is the problem when you decide to finally get a Bluetooth mouse, and now guess what? The mouse is like,
oh, you got to. I told you got to get the Apple one because those other ones you got to charge every 2 hours.
This is I'm having a Sutton moment. I let the mouse go. Okay, mouse, come on.
Yeah,
I'm doing.
You got to plug her in, girl.
Talk about Jennifer Tilly while I save the mouse.
So Jennifer Tilly, like most housewives, keeps the gays working because some of us just thank God for this because I don't even know what I'd be. Well, I know what I'd be doing. I'd be waiting tables still, but a lot of us just don't have any skills. Me, one of them. I'm a terrible waiter. But, thank God in Beverly Hills, even if you're not a real housewife on TV, there are plenty of women like these women who really do keep gays working. I mean, they will just get all of us foppy gays in there, just hand us, hangers and a steamer and just have us go, just go personal assistant gays. And Jeff is one of the real housewives in the gay economy. So he's working for her. And, he's not great at it because he's like, I don't know where the wine glasses are, which this is why he can't be employed anywhere else, No. But Jennifer Tilly loves it. It's like, well, can you get a drink for Tiffany too? She needs something to drink. And he's like, well, does she like Diet Coke or regular Coke? No, she wants wine. There's a bottle of wine in there, just half a glass, because she'll drink the whole thing. And then we find out Tiffany is her little Chucky doll.
It's because she does the voice for Tiffany, I think, right? For
yes.
Chucky, the Chucky franchise.
Yes.
So she's just sitting there. She's like, here you go. Don't drink it all. And she literally puts a glass of champagne or white wine in Tiffany's hand and just sits there. And Jeff is like, well, make sure she doesn't spill. We just cleaned her dress. She goes, yes, she's always spilling stuff. I think we got it. Put that right there. And so Kyle shows up. And Kyle, you know that like Kyle has a weird relationship with the supernatural. So we know she's going to freak out when she sees this doll.
Yeah. So, they see Kyle coming and she rings the doorbell. So Jennifer is like,
oh, gay Jeff, pretend that you're my butler. It's going to be so hilarious.
so he does. And he's like, hello, I'm Jeff. And Kyle's like, hello, I'm Kyle. She goes,
No, you're Jeff the butler.
This is Jeff. He's my butler. I'm fancy like Kathy Hilton. And which is kind of funny that she says that because it's like, that's her sister, right? That's Kathy's sister who wants to be fancy like Kathy Hilton too. I'm not like her low rent sisters. Who are they again, Jeff? Who are Kathy Hilton's sisters that aren't nearly as famous or as rich as her? Oh, it's you, Kyle. Sorry about that.
Kyle, I did this. You're not the only one who thinks that they're pretending to be Kathy Hilton.
I heard that if you ranked all three sisters together, that Kathy Hilton actually ranks number one. That was on BravoCon, I believe.
So Kyle's like, wow, your house is so pretty, which Kyle doesn't believe because this house is so unique. It's like in Spanish style. It's very unique. Kyle really likes a gutted and marbled and painted white house, and that's not this house at all. So she's just kind of like, very
Kyle
nice.
doesn't know what to
house.
do.
Yeah.
Kyle doesn't know what to do with someone's house that has like a unique artistic vision. She's like, if the house doesn't look like Kathy's or Kris Kardashian's, I don't understand the decor. Like she's like, where's your black and white checkerboard foyer? This
do you
right.
not have neon signs anywhere or?
Well, this is my party house. I actually live next door.
And so we find out that she's just so rich, she's got houses everywhere. And she lives next door to one house that she lives in. And she tells us,
well, I have lots of properties. I have a property in Las Vegas because my boyfriend and I are professional poker players.
And then we see a picture of him and her in her poker outfit.
This is all such a flex on Kyle Richards. It's hilarious to be able to have side by side mansions in. Is she in Bel Air?
She's
it doesn't
in
matter
Bel
where
Air.
she is.
I mean, Bel Air tops Beverly Hills. You have
side by side mansions in Bel Air, and then for your day job, you just go and potentially just lose the money that you just have everywhere. You're like, you know what? I've accumulated so much wealth. Let me go to Vegas and just gamble it. I'll just gamble it professionally. I will professionally just put this money into the ether, and that's just how much money she has. Kyle, I don't think Kyle even realizes how wealthy Jennifer is.
And Jennifer really is a poker player. I've seen her on World of Poker. I watched that. I used to watch. There was like a World Series of Poker channel on LG TVs, and I would watch that while I was eating lunch because I love poker, And so I would watch that every day, and she was on it sometimes, and she's very, very funny playing poker because, poker is mostly dudes. It's like dudes in sunglasses trying to outboy each other. They're like, oh my God, I'm smellier than you. They're like, nah, I'm smellier. I'm not afraid of you, you loser. That's how the guys are. And then Jennifer's like,
uh-oh, am I going to bet everything? I'm going to put everything I have into the pot. Let's see.
And it's so funny to watch her in the middle of all these guys. And then when she loses, she's like,
oh, darn. I guess I didn't get that one. Guess I was bluffing.
Oh God. So, well, not only does she have side by side houses in Bel Air, she also has a beach house in Malibu, and she goes, but we never go there because there's a ghost there, and he really doesn't like us being there. I can't blame him. So she just has an empty house that she lets the ghosts roam free in.
She wants to leave the ghost at peace. So then Kyle sees the doll in the rocking chair, and she's like, ah. It's like,
Oh, don't mind Tiffany. Tiffany's a little bit of an alcoholic.
and you just keep putting these glowing eyes on Tiffany as she holds her little wine glass.
And then Ed Kyle's like, oh my God, that's really creepy. Although I think I own that dress and that jacket. I'm like, Kyle, you're even competing with the doll. But then we do find
Kyle's
out.
ripping it off. Kyle's ripping it off the doll. Your doll doesn't
what sort of ring is that? Then Jennifer's like, yes, Gaultier made that especially for Tiffany. Jean Paul Gaultier made it. I mean, we've been talking about how she's rich she's got that Simpsons money, but like, wow, that is Simpsons money that you're having like these bespoke dresses for your doll.
But she's also a gay icon, which makes her more than rich because she's a certain kind of famous that you can't just get on your own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so Kyle's just like beside herself looking at all of this and hearing that because Jean Paul probably called her up like,
I love your work as Tiffany. I would love to make you dress for Tiffany. Well, triangle boobs? We do triangle boobs. Is okay for you? Oh, sure, John Paul. That's fine.
So Sutton comes in and she says hello and everything. Hey, you remember Jeff, right? He's the butler. He's very fancy like Kathy Hilton. And Sutton's like, oh, yes, hi. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I'm giving you best Hollywood right here, everyone. Look at my look, everybody. So they're all saying, oh, my God, your look, etc. Sparkling water goes around. And Kyle is like, okay, I hope you guys have your outfits ready for my diamonds and denim party, guys. And I like Kyle wanting them to get their outfits ready ahead of time. When we get to Kyle's party, I cannot stand, you know what? I'm putting a pin in it. I'm going to wait to the party.
Oh, could you get Kyle some more sparkling water? These glasses are fabulous, but they don't really hold much like Kyle.
So he goes off and Kyle's like, this is my first party without Mo.
Son's like, well, you might find it liberating. You know, you might finish the party and be like, hell yeah, this is Kyle's house. Now, did you ever figure out how to open up that door that leads outside?
Have you been able to get outside your patio with that chair that is now sideways and blocking it?
You ever figure out how to turn your coffee mate on? Have you tried the on-off switch? Okay, just checking. Yeah, this part will be real liberating.
And then she's like, yeah, I mean, it feels funny, like, having my first party alone without Mo being my co-host, because, like, there's always something going wrong, and then Mo would help. And then we see a flashback to him being like, I fixed something, babe. It is fixed now. Wow. It's like, oh my God, babe.
He would do so much. He would figure out how to open up doors. He would turn on lights. He even knew how to put a pillowcase on a pillow. Like, it's weird to have to do these things on my own now.
I feel a little strange, you know, like, what do I put on the invitations? Like Kyle's house, like Umansky residence. It's just like, I just like feel so lost. So lost.
It's like, literally, you just do that. Come to my party at my house. You don't have to say Umansky. You don't have to say Umansky residence. You're having a diamonds and denim party. You don't have to act like you're in Downton Abbey. Okay, just say, hey y'all, come to the rodeo in 123 Encino Stupid Face Lane.
So they start Stupid Face Lane. So they start talking about the trip or whatever. And Jennifer Tilly's like,
well, it was just nonstop when you and Dorit had that big blow up.
And then we see a week earlier, Dorit and Kyle going at it. And then Jennifer is like, oh, yeah, we were like, damn. But
I guess I felt like it cleared the air a little, where you were like talking about how you felt, and then she was talking about how she felt, and then another woman started talking, but she had salmon in her hand, so I was really just listening to her, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I felt better. I felt like a lot lighter the next day. I mean, obviously, we still have to have a conversation. Obviously, I have to invite her nemesis to my party and confront her with her. But, like, you know, I think we're moving in the right direction.
Well, great. that's great for you. That is great for you. Carl's like, oh, you guys have your own problems, I guess, huh? And she's like, yeah. I was like, excuse me, ma'am, but I would like to take over for you, huh? Okay, Kyle, I'm taking over your problems with Dorit now. So Sutton is just so huffy and puffy and offended that she was trying to have a sisterhood moment, and Dorit argued with her.
And this is all Sutton's fault because Sutton is the one who got a bee in her bonnet because Erika muttered something. And Sutton's like, everything, there should be no muttering. There should be no stage whispers. Everything should be out in the open. And it's such a small thing that she decided to confront Dorit about. And then Dorit went off the handle. And now Sutton is all furious. And she's like, all I was trying to do was get us as a group to understand that we can express our feelings without being ostracized, without being yelled at, without being ganged up on. And Dorit just kept on talking about Teddy. And you're missing the point, Dorit. The point is, no one actually cares about Teddy. We shouldn't be talking about Teddy in 2024 on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's not about Teddy. It's about the integrity of this show. I mean, it's about the whole group as a whole. And Jennifer's like, well, you know, like it's sort of like how Miss America's when they're asked a question and they just keep on talking until they think that maybe they've answered it.
That was such a funny line, too. I love her. God, she's so good. She's such a great addition to this.
Really
but also,
is.
Sutton's such a hypocrite because Sutton and Garcelle, especially Garcelle, sits there and makes little side comments constantly to each other. I mean, fucking constantly. And Sutton is the queen of eye-rolling people, sitting there and eye-rolling. So whatever, Sutton. So then Erika arrives over at Dorit's house, and Jagger's like, I'll open it, Mama. She's like, okay. And so he goes to the door. He's like, villain! He runs around starting all the fire alarms. He's like, stop it, Jagger! I've told you she's not a villain anymore. Hello, Erika. Come in.
Oh, hi. It's so nice to see your son. Get the fuck out of my face. Oh, that's just how I talk to my friends' kids. She's like, oh, yes. Well, he's going off to tennis. So they said, so Dorit's like, please, come on in. I made us some water. She put some lemon slices and cucumber slices in the water. Erika's like, no, God, not I made us some water. She's like, well, I am so tired, Erika. I am just so tired. Please ask me about it. I'm so tired.
You know, you're lucky with everything that's happening with PK and I that you're just tired from there because I should say it's as bad as I could because I'm sure it can get worse. It can get worse, Erika.
Erika's like,
Oh, yeah, it could get way worse. It's going to get way worse. Hold tight.
Erika, reassuring Erika, like, wait until they threaten you with prison. Get back to me.
We haven't spoken in 2 weeks. And Erika's like, well, do you feel overwhelmed? And she's like, well, you do see this jug of water. That took me 5 hours to make, so I guess a little bit.
And Erika's like,
I can't imagine how hard it is to separate with children. I was one of those children. I remember my mom got divorced. She got separated. Not once, but twice. You could try to hide, but they feel it. They're in the house. They know. They know when you're walking late to their children's recital and you judge them silently while you're just trying to sing a little Christmas song. Still traumatized by that bitch. I'm never going to forgive her. Oh, sorry, Dorit. This is about you.
I love that Erika still has such clear mommy issues that run through this whole episode. They really do. And I love that her therapist is also so good and actually one of the best. We'll get to that later, but doesn't really nail the mommy thing like I'd like her to. Anyway, we'll judge the therapist in good time. Just you wait, Henry Higgins.
So Erika's like, well, I hope you and Kyle got somewhere on Oceanside. She goes, oh, we definitely did. We definitely did. Listen, Kyle and I got where we needed, which is the beginning and where we get it all out, you know, and now we can start somewhere. And I'm happy about that. So, you know, can we talk about something else? Because I'm really mad at Sutton now instead. Well, first, I just want to say I like Bose. Oh, yes. I think she's cool. Now, who is Bose again?
So Erika's like,
Well, did you see the pictures from her trip on Instagram? It was pretty amazing. You know, she went with her daughter. It just looked so special. She was just very, very special.
and so we see Bose and her daughter, you know, taking pictures on their trip. And so then they're talking about how busy Bose is. It's crazy that she's flying here and there and still coming to a party. And then now we're going to talk about Sutton. Anyway, Sutton talking about sisterhood. Honestly, it just felt so hypocritical. And then she raises her voice at me. I raise my voice back. And then she's mad at me. Woo-hoo-hoo-ee. How dare I? How dare I speak?
Well, yeah, and I lost it on the sprinter with her too. And then we see a flashback where Sutton goes, well, by the way, there was a moment when Erika, you kind of whispered something to Kyle, and Sutton goes, well, you thought it. It's like, whoa, Erika, that was a lot. So we come back, and actually now we're gonna start cross-cutting between the Erika and Dorit conversation with the Jennifer Tilly group. So Kyle is like, when you first brought that up, Sutton, in the sprinter to Erika, why didn't you speak up? And she's like, well, because I could hear her stage whisper. And she said, well, that's not what Dorit said last night. And then we see a flashback to all that happening in Oceanside.
And then Sutton's like, the whole point of my sisterhood act is that we don't talk about each other behind each other's backs, especially in a whisper at the table. Do you get it, Erika?
That's literally what you're doing though right now. You guys
I can't.
Gathered in front of a doll. Like the only one who is keeping this pact is Annabelle. The rest of you guys are talking behind each other's backs.
Right. So then back at Dorit's, Erika's like,
well, at least I had the balls to say to Kyle's, Kyle that's different than what I heard the other night. Whatever my comment, at least I said it. And Sutton's looking at me, well, fuck you. At least I said it.
And so Erika's like, whatever. We all say things under our breath. So stupid. So then back to Sutton. She's like, but this is an amazing group of women. We have an amazing dynamic. And I'm like, what has happened to us? We've unraveled. Girl, you were never raveled. You were never raveled. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Sutton is the last person to ever talk about being raveled and sane. Okay, let's just go back to Magic Mike. Yes.
So go back to literally 60% of her scenes on this show when she's screaming and crying over nothing.
Or just flash forward to the end of the episode. So she's like...
Or 10 minutes from now. Yeah, you're exactly right.
She's like, listen, I am not angry with Dorit. And all of a sudden we hear... Charmed. Charmed. She's like, oh, sorry, everyone. That's my antique clock. I bought it. It cost $5 million. I just thought I'd have it. It's haunted, so we'll probably throw it off the pier later.
And they're just stopping. They're annoyed that they have to stop because they just keep, Kyle and Sutton just keep looking at the ground like, oh my God, we have to wait for this fucking clock. The clock never stops. It just keeps going and going. And they get mad and Jennifer can see they're annoyed and she goes,
it belonged to Cher.
It's like, don't worry, guys. It's okay. It's okay to be interrupted because we're basically being interrupted by Cher. It's like Cher is here with us right now.
It's so funny. Like she just put it into it. Like you can't be annoyed. This is a religious home, and here we worship Cher. So get your shit together.
And those hands do not go backwards. I'll tell you that much.
It's so funny.
They do not go backwards. Oh, we know Cher. If they could, Cher would have done it. Cher would have turned it back.
Yeah. So Sutton's like, well, I'm not angry with Dorit. I just, if I could turn back. I know, I heard that laugh, like you thinking I didn't get your Cher joke. I mean, what was I supposed to do?
I was like, Ronnie, he'll get it. He'll get it. Give him time. And now I'm realizing you did get it.
I got it.
You did get it. You just, like,
I'm gay, so of course
you've done better, Ben. You've done better.
No, it wasn't that. I was like, oh, I think I just heard you're like, he didn't get it laugh. And I was like, oh, I think I was supposed to sing the song because I'm gay. It's like a gay trigger. You're supposed to do, if someone says that, they wouldn't turn back the time. I'm supposed to go, if I could turn back time.
No, it was more like I was laughing because I felt like I made my little joke and then I was afraid you didn't get it. So I re-emphasized it more specifically, and then you were like, and then I was like, oh, I'm like forcing this joke to land right now. I'm like, if Cher could turn back time, wow, she would have so much fun with this clock right now, people. Am I right?
She sure would do it. Oh, that's
do you believe in life after clocks? So, yeah, Cher. She should come on the
Fair,
show.
am I right, guys?
My mouse is still frozen. I just want to announce that to everyone. My mouse is still frozen.
Are you charging it?
I am charging it. I don't know what it's tragic. Luckily, I can scroll with my arrows up and down my notes, but I feel like I've lost an appendage right now. This is devastating to me.
I don't blame you. And you've worked so hard on that setup too. It sucks when you put all this work into something and then it's like something little it's like, come on. I put so much money and time into you. It's just like, I shouldn't have to deal with this anymore. I'm pretending I'm the 1% right now by buying all this equipment, and you're still.
You know what? Enough about Kyle's face, okay? Enough about Kyle's face. Her face looks great. I shouldn't be snarky. I just had to take the joke where I could find it. I had to make up for that share joke situation. Go for some low hanging fruit.
Your share joke was good. It was my reaction that was bad.
Go for some low hanging fruit.
Speaking of Kyle, so then we. So then we go to Garcelle, and Garcelle's like, wow, here I am standing in the kitchen with my dog Kobe and my house manager Glenda. Hello, Glenda. Would you like to help me pack into a U-Haul? I have called Sutton to help me with a U-Haul. I feel great about it. Hold on. I wish my mother could see this moment. Like, are you doing kabuki right now? You don't have to narrate all this.
Glenda's like, I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy now. I hope you're happy. Stop it, Glenda. You're Glenda, not Glinda. Stop trying to ride the wave. It doesn't count. So Garcelle's like, I can't believe I can't find that butterfly. Have you seen it? And Glenda's like,
popular. Do you want to be popular?
No.
So they're doing storage, and their big wacky scene is going to be Sutton driving a U-Haul truck with her assistant Avi. So that's what we're excited for, because they're going to be taking stuff out of storage to Garcelle's new home in where's it? Van Nuys.
Oxnard.
That's Van
up in
Nuys,
Ventura.
Right? Ventura.
Oxnard is the street, but Oxnard is up in Ventura. It's way the fuck out there. By the way,
good for her.
Yeah, good for her. Also good for her for Sutton driving that U-Haul. I've never driven a U-Haul, and I think I'd be scared to. I mean,
I've driven one, and let me tell you who was scared. Everybody around me. It's terrifying. That's what's scary about a U-Haul is that it's an idiot like you driving it, and that's the scariest thing when you see one on the street. Because if they let me into one of those things, they'll let anybody. And trust me, it was not pretty.
Yeah, I'd be so scared. Well, first of all, she was on the 101 freeway, so that's just. The 101's a lot if you're in like a highly visible car, like where you have lots of windows and no blind spots. But like in a U-Haul where you can't see out the rear view window, you just have to rely on those mirrors. It's just I'm stressed. But Sutton not only was driving that U-Haul, she seemed like happy as a clam. She seemed really comfortable with it. She was just like tootling down the highway with it. So I liked that. That was a nice dimension to her that she can drive a U-Haul.
So she complains, of course. She's like, you need to get a helicopter because this is real far. And Garcelle's like, oh, please, it's an hour. It's like an hour and a half away, which is how far Malibu is, really, usually, for people in Hollywood.
It's pretty close.
It can take like an hour and a half to get to Malibu.
Oxnard and Malibu are pretty close, actually.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Oh, are they?
Relatively. I
think so. Like once you start going up PCH past Malibu, everything seems close. It's like, and then you're at Santa Barbara. But good for her for going out there. That's so great. I saw her do a house walk through somewhere. I don't know where it was, but she's like, hi, I'm Garcelle Beauvais. I want to show you my house. This is the living room. And let me just say, wow. Wow.
Garcelle, can we see upstairs? No. No.
No. So they drive to this house, and she's like, I am obsessed with this door. Obsessed. And it is one of the hugest doors I've ever seen. It's really big. It's a mansion door on not a mansion. I mean, it's a big beach house, but beach houses are generally not mansions. And it's as big as the wall. It's as big as a wall in a beach house. Gorgeous door.
It was a gorgeous door, but I also, I'm suspicious of giant doors sometimes. They're just too big. Like, I don't want to feel like when I open a door, I'm actually rotating a set in on Wicked. Like, I want to feel like the door is just a door.
Oh, you can't spend time in Texas. Every door is like, I mean,
like
a mall entrance. My front door in Texas looks like a mall entrance. It's ridiculous.
Sometimes I feel like with those big gas doors, it does feel like it does feel like you're gonna open up that door and there's gonna be someone sitting on a couch that rotates in and starts singing. It's like they're so big, they're enormous.
Yeah, they really are.
What are we expecting 10 people to come in are we expecting the Rockettes to come in formation? Like, why do the doors have to be that big?
You never know. So they go see this house. It's great. She did a great job on it. She's talking about how much work it was and how you're picking everything every day. And it was so cool to see this. I love to see a nice remodel, She did a really great job. And so then let's see what else happens in this one.
I'm trying to scroll as fast as I can, but as you know, my mouse is dead. So I'm just relying on my little fingers.
Let's just do a tour. We get a tour of it. It looks really great. And Sutton's like, oh, Garcelle did this all on her own. That whole moment of being proud for your friend, which is cute.
Yeah.
And then
nice.
So she's like, look what you've done with your life. And she's like, yeah, I mean, look what and my son said, Mom, you've given us a life. It's already incredible. And then as a single mom, you did this. Then he lifted me up above his shoulders and he said, look, everybody, that is my mom. And, I'm the proudest mom ever because I'm officially a good mom. Now, I'm going to have my kids in the next episode and I'm going to beg them to call me a good mom before they accuse me of being a runaway who never spends time with them. Thank you for joining my segment. Wow.
Well, it's hard to get thanks from our children, especially when you force them to spend their summers in the South fixing vending machines. But, they'll thank us eventually. And, I've been thinking about it, by the way. Can we get to gossiping? Okay. I've been thinking about it a lot with this group. There are things that happen all of a sudden, and then there are like shifts that are happening. And not just with Dorit and Kyle, but now we got Dorit and me. Oh my God. And this is a person I just had a heart-to-heart with on a boat. And now look, now I'm in a fight with Dorit. So I'm just going around telling everyone, like, can you believe this giant feud I'm in with Dorit when they just Dorit popped off in the Sprinter van, yes, but it was like a blip. And now she's like, I just can't even believe the feud that is breaking the internet right now between me and Dorit.
That is Sutton. She's really overhyping her stupid feud that nobody cares about. So she's like, well, I can tell you this right now. If it comes to divorce or whatever's happening with those children, if she wants me to guide her with finance stuff, that other shoe is going to drop, Dorit. It's going to drop. And Garcelle goes, what shoe? It's like the PK shoe. And I think that at some point she's going to realize she's in a big mess and we're going to have to pull together like a sisterhood. We're all going to have to pull together and we are going to have to bring the village to Dorit. We're going to have to reclothe her, rehome her. She's a mess. She's losing everything.
Well, when I said last year about her jewelry and her robbery and everyone gasped and everyone acted like they never heard it before. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Well, I don't think Dorit had anything to do with that robbery, but I think someone did. And I think Dorit just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Coming soon to Lifetime, executive produced by Garcelle Beauvais. Oh my God, I can't believe I saw my name in the credits of that commercial.
So it's like, oh God, here she goes. And yes, she just did it. She's basically bringing up the internet rumor that PK planned this whole thing because if people recall, this was pretty fishy how it happened at the time. When it happened, the reason it was fishy, well, not only because it's PK and Dorit and the grifters and everybody knows it, but at the time, all this news was coming out that BK owed millions of dollars to the Bellagio, and they were coming after him because of gambling debts. Millions, like a lot of money, and everybody else. News about his bankruptcies in London were coming out again, re-emerging because of this news, and it was like $11 million bankruptcy. Then Dorit went on the reunion and was saying, I own every single thing that I wear on the show. I've bought everything. Everything you've seen on the show is I own it. I've got a huge archive of everything I've ever worn on the show, which is bullshit. Everybody knows that she rents half that shit. And the very next night, they got robbed. So it looked like Dorit went on the show to announce that she had all of this money sitting in her closet so that when they robbed her literally the next night, they have TV footage of her saying that she owned all this stuff. So that's what they're going to claim on the insurance. It was very fishy the way that it all went down. Okay. I'm not saying anybody faked it, but this is why the internet thought it was fishy. It's not just everybody's mean and cynical. It's fishy because it's them. So the internet was talking. Dorit obviously heard it. Nobody else on this show is going to bring it up. So Dorit's like, fuck it. I don't have anything to do. My kids are gone. I've got nothing. I've already blown the load on my beach house story. Here we go. Let's just bring up Reddit. Let's do it.
Yeah. Why not? So now we go to Erika's house, and her therapist, Dr. Jen, comes over, and Erika offers her some non-homemade water, I believe. And
tacky.
I know. It's like, how about next time you have a guest, you spend some time making some water, okay? So Erika is like, well, I have a lot of things to tell you about what's going on in this home, okay? You know, I'm going to be here. I would have been here for 4 years in November, and I'm finally, you know what? It stirred up a lot of emotions, you know? And she's like, yeah. Well, you know, I want to make this place a sanctuary. I mean, do you know how miserable it is to come to this $2.3 million house with vegetation and a pool in the back? Oh, God, there's a duck in the pool. I might as well be living in a cardboard box. How do I turn it into a sanctuary?
It is so funny watching Erika act like little orphan Annie. It has been funny since she got this house, but especially now because this house looks great. I think this house is so beautiful. I mean, she's like,
bring your polar bears and water with fluoride. Let's go in here and talk about my dreams.
And so she does, and they walk into the next room. It is just gorgeous. I mean, I know it's not the big grand house we're not used to on this show, but it's Spanish architecture like homes in West Hollywood are, and I think it's just gorgeous. I would love this house.
She's like, you know, when I was walking down those flagstones to the little wrought iron gate through the hedges to come let you into this household, I thought, how can I make this a sanctuary? I don't know how I could do it. It's cute. It's such a cute house. Like it is. It's it's actually kind of funny because her designs, she wants to black and whiteify it and make it all the stuff that doesn't seem very sanctuary at all. I mean, she's bringing in Martin Lawrence Ballard next week, and I don't look at him and think like, ooh, sanctuary. I just think of like, you know, patterns, barfing up on patterns. And I also think of the Fresh and Easy supermarket, RIP, because that's where I saw him once carrying a basket full of pre-packaged vegetables.
Ooh, bell peppers in a wrapper. Isn't that something? Fresh and easy.
Reminds me of my travels to India. So
I haven't seen bell peppers like this since I was in Pakistan. What you're saying is correct. She's like trying to Beverly Hillsify it. She's trying to Kathy Hilton it too. And that's not what you do to this house. It's a gorgeous Spanish home, madame. If you do anything, I would take out all the new tile and replace it with like Moroccan or Spanish tiles, and, you know, take out all the newer countertops and make them look Spanish. Do it. It's already, look at the beautiful stucco work in there and the beams going through. I mean, it's just gorgeous. Okay, so anyway, the point is she doesn't know what she has. So Erika, look at my mic is bouncing up and down. So excited for me. My mic's like, yes, Ronnie, yes.
Your mic.
Yes, Ronnie, say it. Speak on it, Ronnie.
I'll tell you, if that countertop could turn back time, it would.
If I can turn back time. Okay, there you go. Consider that $1 in your fucking red bucket, Santa.
What?
You're the Gay Salvation Army Santa standing outside just asking for share donations.
Share and share alike. You know what I want from Santa? A functional mouse. That's what I want. All I want for Christmas is a scrolling capability with my hand.
If I could mouse my mouse.
I do want to turn back time and fix my mouse. I just bought it. I've gone through like 3 mouse.
So Erika's like,
Yeah, well, where I moved in, it was just horrible because I could step outside and there was paparazzi everywhere taking my picture. Can I get a Taco Bell in peace? Can a woman have a depressing binge on Taco Bell from DoorDash in peace? Jesus Christ.
And it was true because there were paparazzi out there every day and they were like, oh my God, guess Erika's depressed. Look who's eating Taco Bell again.
What a life. So she gives Dr. Jen a coaster.
What I'm always going to remember from Erika's trauma is that she was Taco Bell shamed literally every day.
Which is
and
so
then she
wrong.
finally got to fuck a famous person, that guy that lived down the street, Army Hammer or whatever. And then he turned out to be some I was going to say cannonball. What is he?
I think he had
He's
like
a cannibal.
He had cannibal kink, and then
He's a cannonball.
And that young man is a cannonball right there.
You guys,
say it
I
right
dated
now.
Army Hammer, and he would masturbate and force me to do cannonballs. It was so embarrassing. Sorry.
You knew Army Hammer was gonna be fucked up because how do you spend your entire life sounding almost like baking soda but not quite? Like that's gotta fuck you up a little bit.
Yeah, you can never get clean. You know what I mean?
They're like,
So,
I'm gonna stop myself.
yeah, no, go ahead. Don't let me stop you with my nonsense.
I don't think anyone needs any of my Arm and Hammer fanfic in regards to Army Hammer. Let's just move on to Erika doing
Army Hammer
therapy.
fanfic. Okay, so Erika is talking about she needs a new start, blah, blah, blah. She just wants to, all she's been doing is surviving, but now she's coming out of it and she's feeling good and she's ready to rumble and she's ready to get a remodel. So then she's like, yeah, you know, Sutton gave this speech in Oceanside about sisterhood, and then she points me out because I made some comment to Kyle about what Dorit said, and then apparently it wasn't good enough where I should have brought it up to the entire group, you know, and whatever. Then she flips out all the time, so whatever. So then we get a montage of Sutton flipping out.
When she feels left out or something, yeah.
Erika goes,
I mean, I'm not here to diagnose personality disorders, but I've got one, so we probably all do. Let's face it.
and she's not right. And then she just slurps her Coke.
Yeah. And then she's like, you know, I've worked so hard to do, you know, this in the past. You know, I just need to move forward. And why do I get and hate this word? I hate saying this word triggered, but like, why do I get so triggered by Sutton? And Dr. Jen's like, well, Sutton tends to trigger you for a number of reasons. First of all, everyone triggers you. Second of all, I think that anytime that you get a should, your knee-jerk reaction is a fuck you, and like, don't tell me what to do, and how dare you judge me, and fuck off, and I'm not paying for this therapy bill. I might as well get some fortune cookers for this sort of advice. I don't know. I think you just sort of say those things sometimes.
And Erika's like, okay, well, that was an accurate call. And it was an accurate read. And this entire scene, as I said before, earlier in the recap, I was extremely impressed with this therapist. We're not used to seeing a level of therapy that works on this show. And so on these shows in general, it's usually just a waste. But Erika's actually, you can tell, been going to this person, actually been going. And I think her advice is good. Although I would say this is the part where I was like, she's triggered by Sutton because clearly she has mommy issues. I mean, she's talked about her mommy issues on the show. She's from a Southern blonde woman from the same place that Sutton's from. And her mom, she considers to be such a bitch. And her mom seems pretty nice, but,
Right.
you know, but of course, she knows how to Southern mom it too. I have a Southern mom as well. But she's triggered, and Sutton triggers the fuck out of her. And so I'm surprised her therapist isn't calling her on the mommy issues. I think she's touching on it by saying, well, whenever somebody bosses you around, you get mad, you know? But
Right. And so, well, I mean, because, I mean, that's the thing is that, like, the mommy issue, it's not that, like, oh, this is a result of mommy issues. The mommy issues are a result of this, I would probably imagine. I don't know. I have
that
therapy
mean? What do you
later
mean?
today. Well, meaning that, like, you know, it's not like, it's like when she doesn't like to hear shoulds, I would imagine it's like, and her mom is the greatest example of that. But like, generally speaking, it's like on a more fundamental, I think it's more fundamental than just like, oh, an issue with your mom. More fundamentally is you don't like being told should. I don't know. I'm not a therapist. I don't even know why I'm acting like I have
I'm
some
just saying,
insight
like,
into
I think
this.
she's touching on her mommy things by saying, because, you know, that's what moms do. They say, you should be this way, Erika. You should do this, Erika. And I think maybe it's a way of not directly saying, like, you have mommy issues because she doesn't want to trigger her.
Because she said it so many times. And she knows if she says it one more time, she in turn will become the mother in the relationship with her patient. So
that's
Dr.
true.
Jen
That's very good. Yeah. That does happen. There's all kinds of, what do you call it? Transference. There's all kinds of transference for therapists, and that's definitely one of them.
Yeah. I'm excited. I got my therapy today.
You need therapy for
therapy.
Like, I wonder what my therapist was thinking about me when I was telling her about my mommy issues. I mean, the way she looked at me, I will never forgive her. I'm going to go back, though. I'm going to go back. I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to.
So she's like, well, this is historical for you. I mean, less about Sutton and more about your history of shoulds in this group of women. And, you have your own list of shoulds of what the woman should have done for you and what apparently you expect from a therapist and how much you think you should pay a therapist who actually comes to your house, comes to this beautiful sanctuary that you want to paint black and white and all the things you think you should be doing. And Erika's like, okay.
All right, I got it. Well, it's interesting to hear you say that because Sutton threw a surprise pizza party for Kyle.
I played that 5 times laughing so hard.
Sutton threw a surprise pizza party for Kyle. Sutton threw a surprise pizza party for Kyle. Sutton threw a surprise pajama.
See, I can't do it. Try and do it multiple times. Sutton threw a surprise pizza party.
She sells seashells by the seashore because she's a bitch.
So
I'll give you a tongue twister. I don't give a fuck.
We see a clip of that, and then it comes back, and Erika's like,
but I was not given a pizza party. I was actually met with a lot of judgment.
And Dr. Ting goes, you didn't get a pizza party because your divorce wasn't clean. And then we see clips of that. And she goes, and it was also Lexapro and alcohol. And she goes, well, I guess that's not the best combination. And she goes, yeah, that's not pizza party behavior. And Erika goes, yeah.
Maybe
this is definitely one of my favorite all-time Erika scenes. This almost beats the one where she went to the fucking book place when she was selling her book and showed up in her sunglasses. I was dying at that one too. But this is one of my all-time favorite scenes. This is just so Erika, this whole thing. Erika's most mad that she didn't get a pizza party. So if anyone's doubting that Erika doesn't have mommy issues, here it is.
I know. Really. She's like, I didn't get a pizza party. She goes, well, maybe at some point there is a pizza party with these women where they are able to acknowledge the shit that you took, and you can further acknowledge the shit that you gave that you shouldn't have, okay?
Oh, maybe they can come over when we redo the house. What about that?
And she goes, oh, yes, you should do a pizza party.
God damn it, you're really trying me, bitch.
Okay, well, I'll be on call for you that night.
That will be fun when they order 12 pizzas and no one touches a single slice. So I'll go over there. So now it's finally time for Kyle's Denim and Diamonds party. And it's all being set up. There's the famous mini horse, etc. Kyle's getting her glam done. Kyle is, I can't stand Kyle's outfit. I have like an irrational hatred towards Kyle's outfit for this party. She's wearing like a black cowboy hat and like a black sleeveless like vest. Well, inherent, it's a vest. She's wearing a black vest, and then like she's wearing black pants too. I don't know. There was something about this look that I just could not stand on Kyle. I don't know.
I didn't even really notice her look, to be honest. So I couldn't really disagree with you or agree with you because I just wasn't paying attention because I was just laughing so hard at the miniature horse because I was such a nod to Vanderpump. And then the denims and diamonds was so Vanderpump sounding. And then how she goes, and I've got a crown too. Well, I mean, this cowboy hat is my crown. I'm like, you even need to do the crown. You are so textbook that at this point it's just fucking funny to me. You know, it's kind of cute. Like that's a sister. It's another sister she's just always gonna hate.
Yes, the cowboy hat is heavy. So.
So then we go to Dorit. So we got everybody while they're getting ready, basically, you know, and Erika's like,
Pew, pew, I've got guns.
And Laya's just like, ha, 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 ha.
All right, you're just on minimum wage. You don't need to do a full guffaw on that one, Laya. I don't need too much effort from you.
Laya, are you eating a slice of pizza? Not in front of me. Come on, you know the rules. She's like, sorry, my friends gave it to me because well, I lost my pencil and they said, it's like you divorced your pencil and they threw me a pizza party. Oh, come on.
Well, guess who the first person to arrive is? Thirsty ass Camille. Here comes Camille on time, which is hilarious because that's new housewife behavior. I'm so embarrassed for Camille. So she comes and she's like, oh, Kyle. Oh, hi. How are you, Kyle?
Do you need me to... I know Kyle was separated. Kyle was separated.
You're separated. Yeah, you're separated because Kyle,
I need to show up to help Camille talk and say hello.
That's what you need to do.
Want to say it's great seeing you and looking forward to this party.
Yeah.
And love the diamonds and the denim.
Oh, yeah. Looking party.
Have a great night.
Fire in Malibu. So upsetting, Kyle. So upsetting.
All right, have a great night, everyone. Yeah, Camille is
shaking her head and doing that like, I'm so sad for you, Kyle. She's just making that face like, poor Kyle. Kyle's like, welcome to my house. It's like my party. It's like hard doing without Mauricio, for the first time. And Camille's like, yeah, Kyle, I get it. Because you think they love you. And then before you know it, they're just like divorcing you, fucking flight attendants. Selling your house, selling your best friend, selling your tennis lover, your tennis pro lover, all that stuff. That's embarrassing you. I don't even own D anymore, Kyle. Do you know how embarrassing that is? And Kyle's like, I think she's projecting because I have an amazing divorce and Camille's a pathetic divorce. So Kyle's even competing to have the best divorce.
She is competing because Camille is like, she's like, oh my God, like, isn't it so funny? Because Kyle's saying that Mauricio's off in a bachelor pad having fun. And she goes, wow, they don't even have to deal with the day to day. It's like a party for them. Midlife crisis, fun girls, blah, blah, blah. And Kyle's like, no, not really with my divorce. Sorry, my divorce is not like that. I'm like, yeah, it's because you're the one who had the midlife crisis, Kyle, not Mauricio.
Yeah, you're both the ones with young girls at this point, So, and I think that's something for a good couple, like Kyle and Mauricio. I still think Kyle and Mauricio are a great couple. And I do hope that they get back together because I think they're a good couple, damn it. And I still see them occasionally. Even when they're together now, I think they're a great couple. So whatever. I don't care what anybody says about that. I hope that they get back together because I think it says something for people who they're so close that they even go through their midlife crises at the same time and both start fucking young girls.
Yeah.
Listen, if they were gay, they'd be doing it together. It's just straight people have all these stupid walls up that they can't live like us and they won't do it together. But if this was gay, we'd be like, this is the best gay relationship ever. Look at them out there banging young people together. I mean, what a dream.
What a dream. But yeah, I still think it's hilarious that Kyle is, as you said, competing with Camille about her divorce.
It really is. It's so Kyle.
Men's going
pretty
better.
Cute. Yeah.
So then more people.
Is it weird that I'm starting to find Kyle cute because she's just so ridiculously herself? It's weird, right? I'm like actually enjoying her this season. When normally she triggers me, I'm actually enjoying her because she's just such a She's just such a caricature of herself at this point that I'm dying laughing every time. Because this is
get
pretty
out of her
funny.
own way.
It's so good. So then we see all the headlines about Mauricio. Even though Kyle's denying it, we see all the headlines of Mauricio banging young people. And then Trixie Monocle is brought in for her new hit, Cowgirl, come on, we go on a ride, put your saddle on the horse. Yeah, we sitting high, moving in the city. Yeah, we gonna bring the vibes, having fun in the sun. Trixie, that is too many lyrics. Now, this isn't the real Trixie Monocle because Trixie would have just said, I'm a cowgirl, bitch. I'm a cowgirl.
Yeah, this was...
Repeat.
This is not someone brought in like Kelly Pickler or something to do her. Like, it's not right. This
is folksy Monocle. Folksy fake-a-call.
Yeah, I would say so. So Garcelle shows up. She's like, oh, there's a little pony. Look. And Cal's like, oh, yeah. Oh, my God, you look gorgeous. And just, there's a place over there to get tattoos. And, like, the guy there is, like, apparently very, very cute. And she's like,
why are we doing this again at another party in LA? Stop doing that to people. People should not have to be permanently scarred from coming to your party. They did this on the Valley too. Stop.
Yeah.
What a weird thing to make people do. I mean, I know you're not making them, but you kind of are. There's peer pressure. Stop. I don't want to have to remember your stupid Diamonds and Rosé party for the rest of my life.
I know. That's the thing too, is like when people ask, where'd you get that tattoo? You have to say, well, I was at a at a Denim and Diamonds party at Kyle Richards' house, and the tattoo artist was there, so I got the tattoo. I don't know. I feel like it kind of devalues the tattoo. I feel like there should be a story about how you thought about it forever, and then you went. You drew up plans for what it was going to look like, and then you went to the tattoo parlor. Or on the flip side, I got wasted and went to a tattoo parlor. But I just feel like the origin story is that there was a free tattoo artist at Kyle Richards' Denim and Diamonds party. It's just like the least fascinating way to get a tattoo.
It totally is. Like, where'd you get that? Oh, it was, Kyle's party. There was a rip-off horse there. Camille tried to fight with someone. Kyle was pretty sad. Great story, Ronnie. Love the tramp stamp. So the people are arriving, and Sutton's brought Porter. So I'm really hoping that Porter makes a splash, because Porter looks like she's been kidnapped every time she's with Sutton. She looks like her eyes are always darting towards the door. Like, can I run? Can I run? Like, is there a bracelet on your ankle? What is Sutton doing to you? Run, Porter. You look terrified.
I know. And then Jennifer Tilly's there, and she's like, I want to do a picture. Okay, I have to make myself look skinny. Okay, do it again. People always say to me, what are you wearing to the party? And I always say, don't go by me, because I'm going to be egregiously overdressed. When you have so much money, you don't know what to do with it. You just buy the most expensive dress that you can find. Life is short. I have a fabulous jewelry. I have fabulous clothes, and if I want to wear my fabulous jewelry and clothes to the local Starbucks, so be it.
Your Jennifer Tilly is very good, by the way. It sounded good. I'm enjoying it. You can tell that you did something, and it sounds great.
Well, I feel like I wasn't. Well, I sometimes it takes a moment. Like I was the past few weeks, I was like practicing it, but then when it came time for the podcast, I was like, "Hello, I'm Jennifer Tilly." And I was like, "What happened?" But I finally locked it in, and I have to say, like, your Jennifer Tilly is amazing, and
yours really sounds like her, though. I'm just making up my own stupid thing, but you really do sound. Your accent,
is Jennifer Tilly too,
because her accent's crazy, because it's like English, but also old Hollywood, but also then high, then low. It's like crazy what she's got.
She
going
like
on.
rounds all her words. No, yours sounds
so
excellent,
funny.
Ronnie. Yours.
Well, I'm
you're
certainly
like
having fun, but yours, you can tell you've been working on it. It's very good. Okay, we
I
can
worked
cut
on
all
it
that
last
out,
night,
but it's great. Okay, so then
congratulating ourselves.
Just shop talking. Like, hey guys, let's go on coffee break, Ben. Oh my God, Ben, I was so proud of you today. Okay, so let's go to
Wish my mouse could have been here to see it.
Your mouse, I know. I'm telling you, that Apple charges $9 million, but if you don't buy their products, they really fuck you. Because I've done that where I'm like, I'm going to get the off-brand thing that looks like a Magic Trackpad, but it's not that. No, it won't work. Okay, so then anyway, Erika and Dorit come. They try and convince us that they're this wacky, hilarious friend couple. I'm not really buying it, and I feel really bad for Erika. I feel like Erika losing Rinna has been hard, and she needs someone that she can have fun with like Rinna, because Dorit ain't it. I don't think Erika even really likes Dorit, so I'm hoping she finds somebody soon.
Dorit shows up dressed like a park ranger, like a haute couture park ranger. I thought she was going to give out tickets for entering Yellowstone. She was, I'm sure people will be like, "What? How could you say that? That was LV. That was YSL. I don't care. I don't care.
It was LV. It was pretty
gay.
cute. I loved the like kind of nod to Chaps or whatever it was doing.
Yeah.
This was pretty cute.
It was cute. It being cute is separate from the fact that she still looked to me like a park ranger.
Are your kids smoking in the first?
You can stop forest fires. PK. So no
Are
more
you making
flaming
s'mores? That was PK's wedding vows to me. Some more, some more, some more. Do you promise me some more? Do you promise me some more? Basically, I didn't even have to put a ring on his finger. I had to put an onion ring on his finger. Then he ate it off. I said, what kind of commitment is this? Children, do not make forest fires.
Like, wow.
I said, PK, you cannot eat any more of those flaming hot Cheetos. We have a forest fire prevention program here.
Okay, so Kyle and Dorit greet each other. Everybody's saying hi. Everybody comes there. Bose shows up, And everyone's like, oh my God, I can't believe you traveled so much. That's crazy. And she's like, yeah, Lael and I were just in Brazil to celebrate her 15th birthday. I've trademarked Brazil, everybody. Don't try to name your country that, because I'm way ahead of you.
I've already sent a cease and desist to Donna Brazil. Too close.
The Brazil nuts are now called peanut number 2. I don't give a shit, but I own it. So good luck.
Peanut number 2. And enjoy getting your newly branded down there waxes. So Bo says, every year I take my daughter away to a destination in the world, wherever she wants to go, but she has to first, she presents an idea, and then we see her daughter literally presenting like a thesis. She's like doing her oral presentation with like slides and a PowerPoint on where she's going to go. And she's like, you have to speak up. Speak up. Okay, I'm not interested. Next slide, please.
Next slide. This was so funny because her poor kid's like, I want to go all over the continents. Louder. I want to see the whole world. What world? Our world? Good enough. Next slide. I can't take it anymore. Can we get her some charisma, please?
So, Bose is admiring Dorit's outfit and everything, and that's all nice. And then then Sutton's talking to Bose, and Sutton's like, "Oh wow, look, hey, I'm gonna go watch Garcelle get her tattoo." And Bose is like, "Ooh, Garcelle, you're getting a tattoo? What are you getting?" She's like, 1111, my favorite numbers. And if you say it backwards, it sort of sounds like no, 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 no.
It's so funny. Those are her favorite numbers. I mean, I guess they're angel numbers. We find out later. But I was like, why are you putting every parent's security code to the alarm system in their house?
I'm getting a tattoo of how I rate Kyle's performance in any movie I've seen her. 1, 1, 1, 1.
So they're talking about like how wacky it is to get tattoos, and Bose is like, I'm thinking about something to get, and Garcelle goes, I know what you should get. Badass bitch. And she's like, you're off the voting committee. That was terrible. Can we get Lael in here? You give it a try.
Kyle, I hope you don't mind. I brought a slide projector. We're going to do a presentation for my tattoo. Just give me
You're
one
making
moment.
my kid almost look good at this.
So Garcelle goes up to the tattoo artist, is like, I'm thinking about doing 1, 1, 1, 1. I just don't know where.
So he's like, I'll help you. So another person employed by the housewife gay economy. Thank you, housewives. So they talk about this, and Sutton's like, wait a minute, 1111, that is the devil's numbers. And they're like, no, it's not. And Kathy goes, oh, that's 666. Thank you, Kathy. So Sutton's like, I was just
As
kidding.
we all
Jeez.
know, I'm not getting 666. I'm getting 1, 1, 1.
No. She's like, I wouldn't get 666 anyway. I'd get no, which is 999. Which is 666. No in German. Sorry, bungled that. Okay, so Garcelle and Sutton start gossiping, and Garcelle's like, well, I guess I've burned through my storyline. So did I mention the PK robbing his own house? Okay. So listen, I didn't tell you this, but I had she does that thing where she raises one eyebrow, like her Days of Our Lives. She's got a lot of Days of Our Lives effects. So she does her John Black raising one. God, and R.I.P. John Black, that she raises her one eyebrow, and she's like, which it's not really raising as much as usual because I just got Botox. Can you tell? So she's like, wow, I had a really heartfelt talk with Kyle, and I felt like we were on the surface, so we finally went deeper. And I said to her, I would like to go deeper. And she said, okay. And I said, did you know that I cried when I saw that I'm the executive producer on Black Girl Missing 2? My mom would be so proud. And then Kyle said that PK's texting her and insinuated that PK wants to fuck her. What do you think of that? I feel terrible for Kyle.
Basically, Garcelle's like, she's like, I would have a problem with that. My possible ex-husband is texting my girlfriend, and Sutton's like, oh, well, Kyle told me that Dorit knows that they talk. She's like, I mean, come on, Sutton. I'm trying to have a scene here. Come on, let's get some momentum going on here. Can we get this feud going? Come on.
Sutton would not do it. She was like, I'm not pissing off Kyle. Nope, no, man.
But I wonder if Dorit knows the what that communication is like, because Kyle told Garcelle, oh, PK texts me. But what Kyle did not tell Garcelle is that she also initiates. And I wonder if that's what Dorit, I wonder if Dorit is aware of that Kyle is an initiator as well in the banter.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that Dorit probably wouldn't care. I don't really think. Well, I mean, I guess we'll find out. I doubt that Dorit really cares. It's just that Kyle is spreading it in a way. She's spreading it to Garcelle on purpose because she knows Garcelle is going to try and use it as ammunition against Dorit. And I think that's just so shady of Kyle. And we talked about it last week when she first did it about, Kyle probably mad and taking revenge that everybody loves Dorit. The internet was saying that Dorit and Mauricio were probably hooking up. So now she needs to make it look like PK is really attracted to her just to get back at Dorit. And I still do believe that, but I don't think Dorit would give a shit about any of this. I mean, of course, PK is going to text any pretty woman that he can, especially. And they're all friends. Woman. So I don't know. Yeah. Did I answer your question? I forgot what we were talking about.
I think so.
So Garcelle's like, and I've always known that PK and Dorit and Kyle and Mo would hang out. I know Kyle thinks PK is so funny, but once that dynamic shifted between Dorit and PK, that should stop. And that's what I have to say about that as I await my new film, Black Girl Missing Part 2. Wow. Ow.
And coming...
Oh, it's a tattoo. It's a tattoo I'm getting.
Coming soon to a television near you, Black Girl Missing Part 3, that should stop.
No. Oh.
No.
Like you're gonna say no.
Comma. No, comma, that should stop.
Sorry, I'm bungling a lot of them today. What can I say?
No.
Okay, so then we go to Porter, and she has a sip of her drink. She's like, whoa, this taste of tequila just startled me. And that was Porter's one line of the episode. And I was just like, run, Porter, poor thing. Go to a land where you're allowed to drink margaritas freely without mommy judging you.
And then Kyle Richards ran up behind Porter and stuck her fangs into her and says, I'm just trying to suck out her youth. Give it to me, Porter. Give it to me.
So Bose comes to sit with Erika and Dorit, and they start talking about Sutton raising her voice to me, the sprinter. Sutton and I have known each other for a few years now, and we've never settled into a friendship where it's consistent. We like each other. And Erika's like, yeah, but it's good that she just flips out, which Erika would know nothing about. Thank God.
Yeah, exactly. So Bose is like, well, I have a thought. Do we need to call a tribal council? Because I have a portable display for some PowerPoint, or if it makes you more comfortable, we can merely use Keynote. Anyway, bring everyone together. Do we need that? I worked in corporate America. We can do this Netflix hashtag. Put the hashtag behind it, because that's what I do. I do my hashtag after the word.
I created post hashtags.
I'm a disruptor in the hashtag industry.
So now they're talking about Jennifer's jewelry, and she's like,
oh, yeah, it's so good. It's Chanel. I love the diamonds.
And Sutton's like, okay, y'all, guys, I have to make a speech. A ding, a ding, a ding. And everyone's like, oh, God, because Sutton's like all of a sudden, and both in the after show was like, what is this lady like? House mother of a fucking sorority? Like, what is she trying to do? And that is what she's doing. She's trying to control everybody through like mamaing them. And then, girl, you are nobody's mother. You are I was going to say, you're probably like a lot of Southern mothers. You're neurotic, you're pill popping, and you're drunk. But then I was like, on TV. Well, that mothered me, and I'm happy. So,
and we're all happy for it too. Trust us. So Sutton's like, I feel like we are all talking behind each other's backs. I don't know where I got that sense. Probably when I was hanging out with Jennifer Tilly and Kyle talking about Dorit at her house. Anyway, I just really want us to feel free and open and honest with one another. Well, I appreciate the sisterhood moment. I really do. And I think it's sincere. But the one thing I would like to say to you is, where the fuck is my pizza? I just been sitting here for 4 years waiting for pizza.
Chucky Sleaze is what I call him. Everybody else gets a pizza besides me. Fuck you, Chucky.
Avoid the Nord. I'd get down on my knees and give the Nord the best night of his life if it meant I could get a slice of pizza already.
She goes,
well, if we're going to be open and honest, which, by the way, can we just retire that phrase? It's the dumbest phrase of all time. Thanks, Kyle.
Kyle invented that phrase, hashtag. So,
Disruptor hashtag.
As long as
We're being open and honest. You're volatile,
Sutton. And Jennifer Tilly goes,
I don't think she meant that as a compliment. I think she meant it as a put down. But I do think it's a good description of Sutton.
And Erika? To Erika's
Jennifer
credit.
Tilly slowly figuring things out as her sentence goes along. She just keeps discovering new things about what's happening in the world.
Yeah, you know it's bad when your friend who has a doll drinking wine in her living room is calling you volatile. But Erika, to her credit, Erika says it very calmly and in the tone of open and honest. Like, I think you're volatile. And to prove that she's not volatile, Sutton goes, no, I'm truthful. And I'm just calling something out. I'm not. Way to go, Sutton.
She does get that. She does turn into angry drunk mom in the car where she's like, I'm pulling this car over. She's like taking the wooden spoon out of her glove compartment and just swinging it in the back seat like my mom used to, trying to hit anything that she could.
I'm not volatile.
The kids are crawling over the way back to get in the very back of the fucking station wagon to stay away from that wooden spoon.
And then Dorit's like, please don't raise your voice, Sutton. I am not in a place where I appreciate that, and I had a strong reaction when you did it last time. So please, and to that, I just would like to finish by saying, gee. And so,
well, do you know how many times that I have not appreciated where people yell at me in this group? And she's doing that thing where her eyes turn into slits and they're kind of crossed. I mean, She gets so angry so fast.
She's like, everyone, I want us all to be open and honest, but if you have anything open and honest to say to me, just keep it in your pie hole because I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. So
Erika's like, well, have you thought about what you say to get them to yell?
And she goes, oh, wait, hang on.
Then I will talk in a soft voice for you. How's this?
Annabelle turns to Jennifer Tilly and goes, Mommy, I'm scared.
Just talk normal. Just don't raise your voice.
I'll talk normal for you.
Please, Sutton, talk normal. Just normal voice with a slightly British accent that can't be explained. Come on.
How's this for normal?
Well, if you can't be open and honest, you can't lead the charge, can ya? Dorit, sometimes you don't listen. And Erika's like,
oh, God, but that's been 10 years. She's not going to start listening now.
She's like, watch. I love how Erika just completely jumps off the Dorit boat immediately. Yeah.
She's never going to listen. And Garcelle's like, well, we've been trying to get Dorit to shut up for years. I mean, talk about leading the charge. That's like, Dorit with a credit card. No, thank you.
I was laughing so hard at this scene. This was so fucking funny. And so Kyle's like, okay, well, what's the point that you want to make then? Sutton, what's weighing on you? And a point is that we need to be honest. And Erika goes, lead by example. I'm trying to.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you're not. You're talking the talk, but you're not walking the walk. Talky, walky. Do you talk or do you walk? Do you walk talks or talk walks? And what is it?
I am trying to Dorit. Yeah, like she is so possessed when she does her like calm voice. I am calm, Sutton Strack. Okay, here we go. I am going to speak in hushed tones to help you. And he goes, this is not genuine. This is says the lady with a pan-European accent. This is not kind and this is not real. And only you can prevent forest fires. Don't forget. And Sutton's like, it's as real as it gets. It's like, is it really real? Is this the real? And Erika's like, oh, baby, no. I'll tell you what's real. Eating Taco Bell at 2 in the morning because you just tried to jerk off to the memory of the time you saw Armie Hammer once naked. That's real.
Sutton threw a surprise pajama party, pizza party. Sutton threw a surprise pajama party, pizza party. Sutton threw a surprise pajama pizza party.
Ah, triggered! It's like Beetlejuice. You say the phrase 3 times, and Erika literally
Erika's head
turns
pops
her.
off.
She turns her house into Beetlejuice. It's Beetlejuice themed.
Worms start coming out of her ears.
Oh, can't even hit that note.
Okay, so let me concentrate because I'm just giggling at this stupid scene. Okay,
How
so
many
then
days do I give? Fuck no, shit. What? Huh?
so then she's like, listen, you're angry and you're not angry with me. You're angry at your own life. And everyone goes, ooh, and Pose goes, oh no. And so Dorit goes, ladies and gentlemen, meet Sutton Strack, the woman, Sutton Strack, the woman who loves to support women at the lowest.
Don't take it out on me. Don't take it out on me. I am not in a good place. I agree. I am currently in an awful party wearing denim dressed like a park ranger, while Kyle here is dressed like she's in a 1992 Victoria's Secret catalog in the non-lingerie section.
And Kyle's like, Sutton, I mean, too low blow. I mean, I completely agree with you, but I wouldn't say it.
Okay, don't say shit that you're gonna regret. I don't know, things like, I don't need a pizza party.
And so it's like, I'm not. She goes, no, well, you've been wanting to say that, haven't you? Listen, you're not wrong. And she goes, I know I'm not wrong. But you actually came to me saying, I really am wrong, am I? She goes, you know what? Really? Really?
I am being honest and open and truthful and transparent. How about that for a remix? My life sucks right now. Now Dorit's at that point where she likes to punctuate her sentences by, like, she's like pecking it in with her head. She goes, my life sucks right now, and I am not in a good place at all, and I have zero tolerance for more bullshit. And it's as simple as that. How is that for transparent and honest and open?
Great. Well, what else do you want from me? And Sutton's like, Dorit, I'm not angry with you. I raised my voice in the sprint because you were not listening and understanding the bigger point. I was like, is it sprinkling on a tin roof? Why are you talking like that?
It was not about you. It's about all of us being able to talk and understand that when we're having a moment, that we can still be friends afterwards, especially if you don't say I'm volatile.
And Drew's like, well, I understand that. And Bose goes, you know what? She goes, you know what? Can I say something here? We also can't weaponize in moments of vulnerability hashtag. And Sutton's like, wait, who's weaponizing? You. She goes, when? She goes, now. When you said I'm not angry with you, you're not angry with your life, that's weaponizing. And Erika's like, yeah, that was low, which I don't really think it was.
It was not
low.
Weaponizing. That was
it was Sutton being immature.
Talk.
Yeah, it was Sutton trying to turn
so.
the situation around, but I don't think she said anything particularly mean. And Bose was like, you take a horrible situation. I mean, this is happening in somebody's life, and you turn it back around, you sharpen it, you stick them with it. Ooh, that's war. Absolutely out of bounds. Out of bounds.
Hashtag. Actually, it's literally the most inbounds it could be. This is Real Housewives. So,
but it is what, it is Housewives, but it is what Sutton generally does. So she acts like she's there for you, and then she does take it and twist it and then stabs you with it. She's like, so you think your divorce isn't going to be bad? Well, it is. Let me tell you, but I'm just here to help you. It's like,
I know.
She can't really help. It's kind of like a Vanderpump thing. And I'm not saying she's like Vanderpump, but this quality is similar, where it's like, she needs the broken bird. Like, if you're not broken, she can't help you. So if you're not broken, she'll help break you.
So Camille's like, hi, I'm sorry. I'm going to butt in right now. But years ago, my house burned down.
Oh,
I
for
lost
Christ's
my
sake.
house. I lost my assistant of many, many years. And I didn't get a lot of compassion or empathy from some people, especially Dorit. And Dorit's like, honey, you were a total C-word to me. You are fitness to me. And
Oh, damn.
God goes, oh my God, where did that come from?
Right out the gate, Dorit. And Sutton's like, Dorit, must we use the C word even though you're a being one? Let's not use it. Well, you were a total cut fitness to me. You know why? And Camille goes, you called me a fucking cut fitness. No, I called you a stupid cut fitness. Not a fucking cut fitness.
Wow. Wow.
No.
Wow.
No. Wow. No.
Wow.
Someone slap her on the back of the back. So
One.
we see a flashback to that dinner where Dorit goes, Camille, you're a stupid cut fitness.
She's like, I said you're a... So then back to present, she goes, I said you're a stupid cut fitness as a joke. You knew it. You always knew it. No, not at the time. You did know it. No, I didn't really know at the time. She's like, you just used it because you needed a moment. You always need a moment.
And Dorit tells us, once upon a time, I regretted calling Camille a cut fitness. Now, I feel like Camille is a stupid cut fitness. So she's like, you just needed a moment. You always need a moment. You're just digging, bully,
Little
dig
jabs,
bully,
little jabs,
bully
little
dig,
jabs,
diggy
little
boo,
jabs,
boo,
jabs,
dig,
moment
dig,
jabs,
dig,
jabs,
boo, boo,
moment
jab,
jabs,
jab,
jabs,
jab,
jabs,
jab,
jabs, moment jabs, PK.
You know the person that takes selfies all the time? They have to wait for hours for you to show up to events because you're always taking photo shoots.
Good one, Kyle. I'm glad Kyle. By the way, Camille, when you come tonight, can you please say this to Dorit? Thanks so much.
Yeah. I know you can tell everything that Kyle's been bitching about. So Sutton just nods. And she's like, well, and Dorit goes, and?
Well, but you put them on hold.
Who's them?
Your friends. You put your friends on hold. What are you even doing here? Do you need a moment? Are you out of moments? Have your moments left ya?
Welcome. Can somebody bring Camille a moment?
You're still condescending, and that's my point. You've always been condescending to me since day one. I did feel bad for you the first day I met you when you came to my house when it was still standing with her. And then she points to Erika, and Erika's like, my name is Erika. Her. She couldn't remember Erika's name. Erika, the name is Erika. Pizza party girl.
The one that everybody wants to get a pizza with her name on it.
And Erika just looks at the cat. Well, in her confessional, she looks at us and just goes, cut fitness.
Well, you're a different person now, Dorit. I don't know what happened to you, but you're changed.
Well, you just said that she's always been the same condescending person, and now she's different. I mean, Camille's not doing great at this. And Erika's like,
Camille, you know what she's going through. And she's like, well, I feel bad because I went through a lot too. Does anyone want to take this moment to feel bad for what I went through when I lost my house and my assistant?
Yeah, and Erika's like, well, we've all gone through a lot, which is funny because earlier this episode, Erika's like, now why doesn't anyone apologize for what they put me through? And now she's saying to someone else, well, we've all gone through a lot. So it's funny how she wants to basically do what Camille's doing right now, but then she's totally dismissing Camille at the same time.
yeah. So then Camille's like, no one feels bad for me. And I went to hell and back. And Garcelle's like, we've all gone through a lot, not a competition, but hell and back though. And Sutton's like, well, really. And I meant what I said. I will always be there for you when you need it. Thank you. Not you. Why are you here?
Wait a minute.
Dorit. But, listen, when you need me, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here, okay? You might as well get Pokey on my side because I'm going to be here. And Dorit's
I
like,
would walk 500 miles to be there for you. Yes.
Was that Gumby's friend? Was it Pokey? What was Gumby's friend's name?
Pokey.
Okay.
Gumby and Pokey, and there was another one, but the other one lacked charisma.
Yeah. So then, by the way, never mind. I was going to get dark. I'm not going to. Okay, so then Dorit was like, well, I would love to believe that Sutton, but actions are going to speak louder than words.
I think I speak for the audience when we say What was gonna get dark from Gumby and Pokey? It's like Gumby's best friend's Pokey, right? Yeah. Oh.
I just,
you know what?
no,
I'm gonna get dark. Never mind.
It was it was taking me down a spiral of other things, because you know how my brain works. It's like one big pinup board with yarn running from one pin to another. So it went from Gumby and Pokey really quick to other things, other dark things.
Okay.
So
I trust it.
Dorit's like, I don't think Sutton gives one fuck about me, what I'm going through. I think Sutton cares more about looking sincere and empathetic, more than being sincere and empathetic. You say empathetic, I say empathetic. Who's correct? Tomato, tomati.
Guys, everyone can work on their actions and their delivery and not holding on to a grudge. I was like, I know Kyle
Patootie patati.
Meanwhile, cut to Kyle Richards not talking to her sister for 3 years.
No kidding, right?
Kyle, it's a wonderful party. Thank you for inviting us all.
Kyle not holding a grudge. You're literally calling your party Denim and Diamonds and have a mini pony. I can't. This show is so goofy and so funny. I think it was very much back in its top form last night. I was cracking up through most of this episode. Really, really funny. And it's really not people trying to be funny. It's just people being just ridiculous people being themselves. I mean, the whole Erika being upset about the pizza party killed me.
Oh my goodness. That was amazing. Who knew that she had such a craving for pizza? But I guess she's human.
Yeah. Well, it's the pizza party, All right, everybody, go have some pizza. We sure love you guys. We'll be back tomorrow, probably, or later today, who knows, with Real Housewives of New York. Then we've got Salt Lake City. We've got Southern Charm. We've got tickets available for the Mounting Hysteria tour, Texas dates and Charlotte dates, links coming very soon. And we will talk to you guys next time. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.